In the golden era of soul and funk, one woman stood shoulder to shoulder with the Godfather of soul himself, and yet her story remains one of music's best kept secrets. This woman wasn't just a backup singer, she was a force of nature. A voice that could shake the rafters. A performer who lit up the stage, and a pioneer who influenced echoes through generations of artists that followed. The centerpiece of today's video is all about Vicki Anderson. Now, if you guys love my videos and love supporting me, then I suggest you become a member of the channel where I will be releasing exclusive videos just for you all. Be sure to get that family tier so you won't miss out on these exclusive perks. Now, before we start, let's be sure to leave a like on the video, subscribe to the channel, and push that notification bell to be sure you won't miss out on any more content. Now, without further ado, let's cue that intro. Born Myra Barnes on November 21st, 1939 in Houston, Texas. Her journey began in the heart of gospel country. Her earliest performance was in church, where her natural gift for singing powerful yet deeply emotional first caught her attention. Like many great soul singers, her roots were spiritual, but her dreams was electric. By the late 50s, Anderson was touring with local R&B groups, determined to carve out a name for herself in the competitive world of music. Now going by the name Vicki Anderson, she was introduced to James Brown in 1965 by fate and talent. Brown, who at this point was already regarded as the hardest working man in show business, was developing a powerful stage performance. She succeeded Anna King as his principal female singer and remained with him for 3 years. When Anderson joined James Brown Revue, her voice and personality formed the missing link. Her energy matched Brown's, and on stage, she wasn't just a background singer, she was his equal, commanded the mic with fire and control. Together, they created some of the most electrifying live shows in music history, with Vicki saying, "You listen." She had that raw emotion, the kind that can make you cry in 1 minute and dance the next. In 1968, she first departed Brown and she was replaced by Marvin Whitney. She returned in 1969 when Whitney left, and she stayed with him for another 3 years until 1972 when Lynn Collins took over for her. In Brown's memoir, he declared that Anderson was the best female vocalist that he ever had on his review. Vicki Anderson's defiant anthem, Message for the Soul Sisters, was recorded in 1970. This was a groovy female statement wrapped in rhythm and grit. The song wasn't simply catchy, it was revolutionary. Anderson sung from the standpoint of a powerful black woman demanding respect and independence at an era when the music business didn't provide women with that opportunity. While the song did not reach the top of the charts, it did become a black cult classic, inspiring musicians ranging from hip-hop samplers to current funk vocalists decades later. She released a single on James Brown's Identified label under the name Mommy O in 1975 with the song Stop On By.
Baby, you're about to lose your old standby.
Also during this time, she released many singles including Think, Tears of Joy,
Of me, and all the love I have.
Baby You Don't Know,
Now that I found I just got to lose. Now baby I won't be
No More Heartaches, No More Pain. Nobody Cares.
Oh, nobody.
I'm Too Tough for Mr. Big Stuff.
I'm doing my do. I'm doing my do.
You Sending Me.
Honest you do. Honest you do. Honest you do.
And I Won't Be Back, to mention a few.
Someday. Yeah.
Anderson went on tour in the United Kingdom with James Brown's Funky People Review in the late 80s. And in the mid 90s, she also went on tour once more with her spouse, Bobby Byrd, who was the creator of the Famous Flames. Music just wasn't Vicki's profession, it was her family. She married fellow James Brown vocalist Bobby Byrd in the mid 60s, and they toured the world together, raising a family while defining a sound that shaped the funk revolution. Her child Carleen Anderson would carry on the legacy forward, ensuring the Anderson Byrd name lived on in music. In 1973, Byrd and Anderson left Brown as the 70s gave way to disco and then hip-hop. Anderson quietly stepped away from the stage, but her influence never faded. Her voice lived on in many samples, being sampled by plenty of artists such as Next, Naughty by Nature, Biz Markie, and Main Source, to mention a few. Many musicians recognize her impact in soul music. She wasn't chasing fame, she had already made history. Sadly, on July 3rd, 2023, the world lost an underrated, unsung, and forgotten pioneer. She was only 83 years old. Today, Vicki Anderson is remembered not just as a supporting voice, but as a pioneering one. Her performances set a standard for passion and power. Without her, the sound of James Brown, and perhaps funk itself, would never been the same. She was a soul behind the funk, a woman whose fire burned so bright it lit the stage for everyone who followed. Now, before we go, I have a few questions for you all. What is your favorite song by Vicki Anderson? Also, who do you believe was James Brown's best female vocalist?